hands. Not like this. No way. You have a biscuit here. You hold it from the biscuit. Honey.
Oh, so good.
Follow. Look, nothing happened.
I was trying to take the attention off you.
Thank you.
עכשיו לא, אבל... כי יש לי את הקמרה.
איפה פותחן?
הפותחן, הנה. תמזוג לי גם קצת ותענה.
לא, לא שותה מכבי.
אוקיי. אז ככה תמזוג. ותשאל אם מישהו רוצה.
Say fluffy bunny.
It's better than I'm good, thank you.
Where is I seen the photos, young boy. Where is he?
We have pictures of for you. We have pictures for you. But tell your story first.
Okay, but where is the young boy?
The young boy.
Oh, Randy's son?
No, she's talking about the Lutzes.
Oh.
Their family friends. They're friends, and they're at the hotel. They didn't come with us. They're going to be staying here in Israel till they come here a lot. They love Israel.
Really?
So
Why
kinda
they
brought
and
us
you?
here. My husband has to work.
מה, אני ככה אשתה? לא, בכוס. ככה. ולך תביא לנו עוד, יש במקפיא, בסדר? לא, יש עוד.
I know, I do. No, this is what I was telling you.
Okay, put me in this. No, drink like this.
Okay. So back in the day,
Okay,
Yeah, no,
I'll tell you.
you want to know everything you know, and then we'll tell you everything we know, and then we'll put it together and see what we got.
Yeah, just move those chips over here. Just move those chips over here.
Take a big one.
What my father used to tell me that it was a Jewish company who come to Morocco at the day when was the Holocaust. Okay, in Morocco it was no Holocaust, and the Jewish company come to Morocco, and it was a club where all the Moroccan Jews used to, you will help me to speak, used to sit together.
Yes.
And many times he was here that they speaking about Aliyah. Do you know what is Aliyah?
Yes. Come to Israel to
Yeah.
learn about Israel.
To Israel. And שנייה, בקיצור, he used to hear that in this club, and he goes to his parents, and he told them, I want to go to Israel
Okay.
with the Zionism. And they didn't let him. That's what my father told me about him. Okay? He didn't let him. When one night when he goes, I think it was on Friday or Saturday, when he goes to the club, he saw his friend talking about tomorrow we leaving, whatever. Yeah, he told me he goes home. Day after he come, he saw the group and the Zionism take them. He ran away from them. He was about 13 years old. They go with the boat to, I think, to Paris. And then from Paris, they come to Israel. That's what I know.
Was Meyer with him?
No. Meir come from Morocco many years ago. I tell you, Meir knows exactly, but I think about 7, 8 years after my father. Meir was youngest. Okay, but he enjoyed many years afterward. Meir, my father come to Israel, he went to kibbutz. You know that? Kibbutz. He went to kibbutz, but he said he didn't like the life there. Yeah, so he lived to Jerusalem. When Meir come to Israel after quite a while, he have heard, I don't know how, he didn't remember, but he said, I've heard that Meir arrived to Israel. And he picked him up from kibbutz, another kibbutz, because they used to put in kibbutz the olim, the new olim. So he picked him from the kibbutz, he bring him to Jerusalem. That's what I know.
did you get that mixed with Olim?
Those are the people who moved to Israel. Like the people who made Aliyah are called Olim.
Oh, Olim. Okay.
What did he do in Jerusalem, your father?
He was working. My father and Meir was working in painting
Okay.
houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Their whole life they did that.
Yeah, Meir still didn't do it until now. Now he's, I can't do it anymore, but he used to do it all his life. My father a little bit driving, you know, trucks, whatever, and sort of. Yeah. But the Meir and Armon was very, very, very closer. They loved each other so much because they didn't have any contact
here.
with the others. Not much. We used to go to a wedding of Shula family, as children, whatever, get married, whatever. But to Meir celebrating or wedding, we used to go all the time, and we was very close.
And when did their mother come to Jerusalem?
I think she comes sort of close to Meir, and she goes to live in Nahariya. That's what I heard. Yeah, it's not everything is very.
Right.
And you never met her?
I never met her, but my mother met her.
But she lived with Marie, right? Up in
Huh?
Haifa. Did she live in Haifa with Marie?
I've heard
That's what we
Nahariya.
heard when I heard it.
Yeah, she lived in Haifa.
Well, that's
we
where Nahariya is near Haifa, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My father told me Nahariya. Maybe a little bit Nahariya, maybe Haifa. It's north.
Did your father see her?
Yeah,
His mother?
he saw her, but not when I didn't see her. No.
Yeah.
No.
So somebody told us, where was it? Somebody said that the mother left
She
the
left.
father, or the father left the mother. Our grandparents.
Left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
left
The mother left the
The
father.
mother left the father, like divorced.
He was blind, you know.
He was
Yes.
blind. That's what I
Shlomo, yeah.
said to Leron. I was talking to Leron, and he said that the father left the mother. But I said, I heard
Who said the father?
Leron.
Liron?
You know, Marie's son.
No, he said that the mother was unfaithful.
Ah, no, that's what Shlomo, the grandfather, thought, that she wasn't faithful, but she was very beautiful.
Yes.
Very, very, very beautiful. It's a problem. And you know, in Morocco, they are Jewish, but they live between Muslims. And you know, they're primitive there. They used to be a little bit similar, not in the religion, but similar to the Muslims. She's not faithful. But yes, Shlomo, that's what I know.
Shlomo, is that your grandpa?
Simon?
Shlomo is your
It's
grandfather.
yeah.
It's your grandfather
Yeah.
and mine.
Mom used to say Simon and Sheila, but you're saying Shlomo. So that
Simon?
Simon.
She
Yeah.
would call him Sheila and Simon.
But
No,
there's no
it's Shlomo and Shiva.
Solomon?
Yeah.
She would call it
Sheba or Shiva.
Simon, but that must be
Okay.
No, Shlomo.
Shlomo was our grandfather.
Shlomo, my brother is called Shlomo.
Right, and he's David.
Name of
Which
his
makes a lot
my
more
father
sense 'cause that's Solomon.
father.
Your father's okay.
Shlomo.
We need
So
to write all
he,
this down.
he told you what about the mother? What did Shlomo tell you?
No, Shlomo, I didn't see him. He was
Oh,
died in Morocco.
Oh yeah.
He's the blind
Okay, and I went to the cemetery.
one. Yeah, I showed them the picture. Yeah.
Cemetery.
Okay, cemetery.
Cemetery.
Cemetery, yes. Okay, I went there, and I looked for, maybe I found it. I didn't have much time. My hotel was closer, 15 minutes from this place.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very
She went to
exciting for me. I
Casablanca.
wish I could find him,
Yeah.
but it's no way, because it's in a Muslim country. They don't care to the graves.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't, the names, it's not clean there. It's terrible, it's awful. Here wouldn't happen never. Here we keep the graves, you know.
Well maintained.
Huh?
Well maintained.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
respect.
yeah, exactly. So I couldn't find it.
So what did you find in Casablanca? Did you find where they lived and stuff? Did you find any of those?
Israel,
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, it was the best.
So
I
other,
was living in, I think, Morocco, beautiful country, really beautiful.
When did you go? How?
She just went.
I went
you just
in
went?
September,
Oh,
last
So it
September.
was beautiful country, you said,
Yeah, very.
but you don't think that they lived in a very good.
Not the Jews. The Jews was like in the ghetto. You know what is ghetto? Okay, in Arabic it's called there mlach. If you go there and you want to see how the Jewish community. No, they was very poor there, very, very poor. That's what the leader told us, okay? Of course there was rich Jews there, but, you know, the main...
Majority.
yeah, okay, they was very poor. That's what I think.
Our mother talked about when she met our father, working in a big, beautiful hotel. She was a waitress. And then when she left that job, Etoile then took her job.
Okay.
Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I know some. Yeah, I have little. My father used to say that my father, Armand, and Shlomo, his father, used to take Alice. Alice. I'm not sure. It's Alice. It was Alice, not Etoile. To take her to work.
Yes.
Every day.
That's what she told us.
Yeah, come back. Go and take her back. That's what he told me. And then Alice met his husband.
Albert.
Albert. His name is Albert.
Yes.
Wow. I should write this.
We have that written down for you.
Rhonda, now's a good time to pull your book out.
Well, let's let her tell the rest of the story, and then we'll share the book.
So he told me that she meet Albert. I always say American. I didn't know he's Albert.
Yes.
Albert. Wow.
And then when she left that job to go to America, then Etoile took her job at the restaurant. That's what they told us.
Ah, yeah. What my father, I just remember, he told me that she met Albert, and by the way, when I was in Morocco, the leader in the bus, he told us that the American come to Morocco, and that's why. Then I said, wow. That's why Alice met an American. They come to
In the war.
during the war. And then I understand. I told to my sister, wow, you know, Alice met American because they come to Morocco in the war, whatever.
So Alice and Albert married in Morocco.
Yes.
And then she...
2 days. Yeah. Once in Morocco, and then once the next day they married in
They
America.
get married in
So then
Morocco.
Alice got to ride the boat home with all the soldiers after the war was over. She got to go with Albert and ride the boat home
Really?
as a married...
But how she got married? What about the parents and the family?
Well, you tell that story, Randy.
I wouldn't know.
We have different versions of that story.
What the story? Javina?
You tell that.
She left and went to America, and she landed in New York.
Okay.
And New York's a big city.
Yeah.
And they got on the train and they head to where our dad lived.
Okay.
And they kept going and they kept going and they kept going. And she'd see these towns. And then she got to the town of Shasta.
Okay.
It's a little tiny, like 500 people. And she couldn't believe it was that small. And she didn't speak English.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
French.
She spoke French, she spoke Arabic, but not English at that time.
Yeah, sure, Arabic, for sure.
And his parents?
Moroccan.
And his parents escaped from what's called Prussia or Bio-Russia.
Okay.
They were Germans.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely old country.
They knew that she's Jewish?
Well, I don't know. We don't know that. We didn't find out until I was about 17. I was probably the first to find out that they were Jewish, and it was because she'd always have me turn the lights on and start the machines.
Okay.
And
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
And
She was secretive. She never.
never said that.
We were Jewish.
They're secretive.
Really?
Very.
My God, no.
Or turn on the stove on Saturday, or push the button on the washing machine. She never told us why. She just told us to do it.
You didn't think.
When they came to America, they made a promise between them never to tell anybody, and not their family either, because they moved into a German village.
But I'm not surprised.
But, and you know,
It was terrible.
They were afraid.
Yeah,
Right.
Holocaust and all
Yeah.
the
so here they lived in this tiny little town, and here were these beautiful French, Moroccan women walking the streets of this little tiny town, and everybody was like, they
Movie
couldn't
stars,
believe
yeah.
they looked like movie stars. They were so pretty, so French,
Yeah.
and so
Well, they
Moroccan,
dressed up a
and
lot.
didn't look like anybody else there, and they like to dress up fancy and stuff. So,
Story.
yeah, it's.
But they're very, very, very friendly. Like we heard, they were really funny and just really nice people.
Uh-huh.
So, but they didn't know English very well. And so
Yeah, for sure.
some quite interesting.
So I'll tell you, my father, when I was young, really very young, he used to tell us, I told you, look, he used to tell us, I have these two sisters in America. Do me a favor. Okay. So where in America? I don't know, but I know I have to know. You must be kidding. We never took it serious. We never believed it. And
We showed up.
oh my goodness. And we thought that, okay, but we will never find them because we don't know anything, whatever. It's a miracle. You should know. It's a miracle that we are sitting here and it's a miracle.
When our parents, when Dad brought Mom to America, that it was 5 years later that they sent for Étoile to come to join them, and she married our dad's best friend. And when they had to sponsor her.
Étoile didn't find him, her husband in the way to America?
No.
That's what they
went there
told
by
me. My
herself.
father, I think,
No.
told me this.
She married our dad's best friend, and he had to sponsor her to become a citizen, to bring her to America. And in order to do that, and we found these papers, I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago, we found the papers that showed that that our dad could, as a U.S. citizen, could sponsor Étoile. And in order to sponsor her to be an American citizen, to bring her to America, he was making, this was in 1950, he was making $3,000 a year. And so he could show that he could support her by making $3,000 a year, so that she wouldn't ever be dependent on the United States. And so we have those papers that showed that, so that all that time ago. And so we all really grew up as one family almost. We were always together between our two families because the two sisters were together and our fathers were best friends. And so we really grew up as one big family.
So she married your best, your
Our fathers were
best
best friends. And they grew up as boys. They grew up right across the street.
But how come Étoile get to America? How? Money?
They sent for her.
They sent for
Send
her.
the money.
And somebody loaned Mom money, I think. Somebody loaned Mom, she had to pay $700 or something. And somebody loaned Mom
That's a lot of
money.
money then. Huh?
No,
I could be,
the money was supposed to have come from Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I
they
thought-
sent her the money
They sent her the money to
to
come.
come here.
Yeah.
And it was because the war was going on and they wanted to get her out of there.
Yeah. So then we knew we had an aunt in Paris, Jeanette.
Okay.
So when we were young, Mom and Dad went to Paris and saw Jeanette. And then Jeanette came to the States, and Albert and Alice and my mom and dad went to Florida, and they all got together. They saw Jeanette. But other than that, and we heard of Solange.
Yeah.
Which
Shula.
is
We call
Shula.
her Shula.
So where does Solange come from
Mom
then?
called her Solange.
Mom called her Solange.
Okay, maybe in
yeah.
French. Maybe.
So,
French, yeah.
but that's all that we really knew
Well,
about
so-
this family.
yeah.
But we had no idea you're in Israel. We thought
We
everybody
didn't
was.
know, but we
we didn't
didn't
know
ask.
anything.
Okay, Shula. No, Jeanette in French. So where is
We asked-
father, mother? You
That's
didn't
what we
ask?
did. We found Jeanette in France. Lauren and I went to a farm trip to France, and I asked Mom for Jeanette's phone number, and Mom said, "Oh no, you don't. I don't have her number. You know, she's always that way." So I went to the airport, and on the way to the airport, she gave me a check stub, and on the back of it had a phone number. So I thought, we're going on a farm. We went with some farm people to look at some farms things, farming trip. So we get there to Paris, and there was a boy from Papua New Guinea that was at the table there at work in the lobby. And so everybody was going to go down on the river, and I told Lauren, we got to try to find my aunt, And so we asked the boy from Papua New Guinea, and he looked at the numbers my mom had written down, and he says, no, that's the old format. That's really old. That's an old phone number. So I'm sorry, I can't help you. So we started walking away, and he goes, just a minute, come back here. I think I know I know what they did when they reformatted all the numbers. So he looked at my paper, and he started dialing the phone, this number. He dropped some letter or numbers out of it and started dialing the number. And then he said, he was listening for the ring, and he says, what's your uncle's name? And I said, email. And he said, hello, sir. What's your name? And he says, email. And he says, it's your uncle. What do you want me to tell him? I said, tell him I love him. I don't know what he said. I said, tell him Paul's daughter is here. So he told him, and he said it was silent on the phone. Email didn't do anything. He was just like stunned. And so I said, ask him where he's at. And so he told him where we were, and where he was only 5 minutes away. So he said, tell her to stay right there. I'm coming with Jeanette. And so they walked in the hotel in Paris, and right away I knew it was her because she looked just like mom, but
We'd seen
blonde hair.
pictures of her. We'd seen pictures of her.
But they're both hairdressers, so her hair is always blonde, you know. So we went around with them for 24
Jeanette
hours.
used to send us a long time ago clothes from France. Yeah. Suitcase with clothes.
We have a dress for
Well,
her.
she also told me when we were there, she said, well, you need to go to Israel. You'll find a wonderful family in Israel. And I said, Israel? Why are they in Israel? We didn't know anything about Israel.
We thought everybody was in Morocco.
Yeah, we've always wanted to go to Morocco.
Oh my goodness.
We never knew anything about Israel.
Nothing. So she said, there's a wonderful family waiting for you in Israel. So I said, well, is it safe to go there? And they said, oh, it's safe. Yeah.
Safe.
I
We
know.
are there.
They said, we'll take you.
We are the boss here.
Safer here.
Of course it's safe. It's safe, everything is okay. The news is...
So they said they would take us. And then,
The problem with Jeanette that she doesn't speak
Right.
not Hebrew,
Hebrew,
not
right.
English, not Moroccan.
Right, just French.
So you can't speak with her. It's a problem. I really, you know, when my father died.
yeah.
She really liked him. They was also like sort of closer, and I can't speak to them. Yeah, I hope somebody told them. I can't speak. It's problem. But I think Claudette.
Yeah,
told,
she's French.
Yeah, she's told.
Did
told
you
them.
ever meet any of Jeanette's children?
No.
Stefan and Terry.
No.
Because how old are you?
I'm 47.
47.
Yeah,
Because
old.
isn't Terry? Terry's about 50-ish.
No.
Yeah.
He's almost 60.
Why you not drinking? Why you don't sing?
So how did Claudette get with Mayor? Because she's from Paris, right?
Yeah.
How'd she get in the mix? Claudette.
She wants, actually, she's coming quite a lot to Israel. Once a year, they come, huge family, to a hotel in Eilat.
Okay.
French.
Okay.
Tsarfati. Look,
French.
Tsarfati. Okay, so they coming once a year. You won't believe, one day, oh my goodness, a miracle. Me and Sigalit and our families in a hotel in Eilat, and Claudette closer to our hotel, just across the road.
Yes.
And the mayor, or I don't know who told us, Jeanette in Eilat. What? So yeah, good. We just crossed the road in the evening.
And Jeanette was there?
Jeanette and all our family have
my
pictures.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
First time me and Sigalit saw her there.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Shannon went to Paris 6 years ago and met Jeanette.
Yeah, I
Tell them
met
that story.
Jeanette and Emil, and when they cooked us dinner, and the same thing
Where
in Paris.
In Paris.
And she sent us off with 3 T-shirts and 2 bottles of wine. Yeah.
And they cooked you dinner and told her about Emil in the dinner.
So Emil's a hairdresser, right? So he's trying to warm up the coals in the barbecue.
Oh, really?
And so he takes his hairdryer and he's just blowing the coals to try to heat them up.
תביא לנו, אמילה, תביא לנו עוד בירות לפה. פליס, בבקשה.
She's there. Yeah. No.
What's
I
provocative?
have many, yeah, בבקשה. Yeah.
So Pam, if you'll do this, let me show.
Yeah, I have many memories.
I'll do what?
Stories, small
Keep it
stories.
going. It's going.
Try to remember.
Shannon, do you want to show her that?
For Alice,
So we made a book of some pictures from America. This has some of both of our families, and we have copies for your sister too.
so thank you very, very
So
much.
if we'll just quickly show you kind of what's in here, and then you can
Don't
share with your
believe it,
sister.
my God.
So we think this picture was taken before she
down.
left.
Yeah.
That's étoile. But
Yeah, I see. I read it. Yeah.
so this first one,
לא היה בירה אז...
לא, מה פתאום, אין דבר כזה.
לא היה.
יש. מוריה במקרר בבילו, לא
טסתי גם אני
טוב, מוריה, תביא לנו את הבורקסים לפה.
so Renee, at the beginning, it starts when they were first married in Casablanca. So at the very beginning,
I must understand something. They got married in Casablanca.
in
Yes.
Casablanca when our dad was still in the Navy. So he was in the Navy when they first got married. So
good
that's
looking.
those were those first pictures, and this was his high school when he was in high school up here in the corner.
But he's American or he's German?
He's American.
His parents.
His parents were German, but he was born in America.
Wow.
So those were those first
Sigalit
pictures.
will see them.
So and we have a copy for your sister too. And we think on the next page, and when you kind of help her.
On what page, Mom?
Just the next page. I just want to go through the highlights so then she can look.
Yeah.
We're his German parents. That's our dad. Those are our German grandparents
How
over
did
here.
they got her? They agreed to get her?
Oh, they didn't ask permission. They were already married when they came back from Morocco.
But you should tell me, when they get married, the parents knows about it?
The Moroccan, your
Yeah,
grandparents? Well, we
Not
think
my,
so.
Shlomo and...
Did Abby's parents allow him to marry Alice?
Well, Avi's parents, that's what I'm saying. He didn't ask permission because they were already married when they came back. But
Did our great grandparents know?
Okay,
but our grandparents, that's what we don't necessarily agree on how our grandparents in Casablanca felt about it. We don't know the answer to that.
You don't know?
We thought maybe you could help us because we don't know how our grandparents felt.
What I know, the Shlomo, okay? Shlomo is the
Mother.
Grandfather.
grandfather. Shlomo. How do you call it, sir?
Grandfather.
Shlomo. His name Shlomo.
Yeah, Shlomo. That's fine.
Shlomo
No more silence.
didn't like the idea. You know what this is?
Shannon, you were worried about being hungry.
Yeah, that's why I told her we walked in. It's like, Shannon, what? You have lunch today.
Not just look.
So he didn't like it?
He didn't like it, Shlomo, at all. Didn't like it at all. He didn't
That
want
Alice
her
is getting
because the husband. That's what my father told me. I don't know if it's true or not. But he told me he didn't like it at all, and then he said that's it. I'm not gonna talk to her.
Because he wasn't Jewish, the man she married wasn't Jewish.
That's what I think she told me.
Yeah.
This was her engagement ring. This was my mom's engagement ring that my dad gave her.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, what did he tell you? What did they tell you, Randy?
Can I see it?
Who said that?
That's Star's ring too? Oh, you guys.
This one was
You should put them together.
מוריה, איפה הפיצות, אימא'לה?
Put them there.
Because she had a couple, right?
I'm so glad to get this.
Well, we want to fill in the gaps too because we have all these questions. So we're gonna make edits to it, and we'll give you
So
updates.
on this picture, we think this is Jeanette and Emile
Do you know who
because of the writing on the
Maybe,
back
we
of the
don't know.
pictures. So these are pictures that Mom brought back with her from Casablanca, and the writing on the back of the pictures makes us think this is Jeanette and Emile.
Jeanette and
And Emile. Jeanette over here and Emil over here.
Emil? Who is Emil?
Jeanette's husband.
Ah, Jeanette husband. Okay. It's in Morocco?
I don't know. Don't know.
So was Shlomo upset with what do you?
1 second, I see you don't touch anything, so I must do some things before we continue. Hold on.
Oh, from
Okay.
Mom's trip?
Yeah. Look, how do you call it?
Burekas.
You have Burekas in America?
No.
Oh, very good.
So instead of pepper, she went to Morocco.
Taste this.
Thank you.
Oh, you don't have Burekas? Why not?
No, I don't know.
I bought a cookbook. I'm gonna make
Oh,
some.
this must be the
I don't believe it.
Yeah, you
where
are.
they thought they were looking for.
Let us know when you make it.
They're from this morning.
Yeah.
What?
Rhonda, will you?
No, Burekas.
Yeah, I have to show. Slowly. Please. בבקשה. אתה תעשה את זה. כך. אני אביא לך צלחות.
Can you put one of those on my?
בורקס? את רוצה בורקס? Why? No, Boracas in America?
No, you need to come over and make it.
For us, yes.
No, Mom wanted me to.
We'll take good care of you.
I told her me and Luke would pick her up.
Pick you up.
She said no.
Yeah.
She's not gonna do it.
תודה.
זה תרתי למי שלאמריקאים בורקס, הם לא יודעים מה זה הבורקס.
Ja, maar niet aan die bouw te
The same about Etoile leaving too, Lauren. You didn't want to go with her. Did he wash his hands with Etoile also? Because she wasn't getting married to anybody. She was just.
They was upset?
Yes.
Yeah, they was very upset.
Because-
Well, that's what my father told me.
Because she left.
Yeah,
But he was mad at Alice because she didn't marry a Jew.
that's what he told me.
Did they have? Did he say whether they had a big wedding? Did they have a wedding?
No, nobody talked about us.
They didn't talk
wedding.
about that.
I thought they got married in America, not in
No.
Morocco.
There were two weddings.
Okay.
One was a French wedding, or I don't know, French or Jewish, here well, they had two weddings in Casablanca. One was in French customs, and one was in American customs, because Dad was still in the Navy, and so our parents had November 29th and November 30th,
Okay.
or November 28th and November 29th. But they had 2 days. Well, we celebrated whichever was the most convenient, depending on the day. But there were 2 days.
I didn't either.
But Mom and Randy and I are 11 years apart. And so our stories are a little bit different because he was a boy and I was a girl. And our ages are so different that our moms told us a little bit different stories. And so that's why we're not quite sure what was real. So that's why we're asking if you had a story
He
too.
was upset very much. He did it. He said like, that's it. But what I would like to know, he dead. When he's dead, we don't know.
Right.
Shlomo. Do you know? Maybe.
When he died?
When he died.
Nothing about him.
Nothing. We don't know anything.
Just
Other
that
than
he
the
was
fact he's
blind.
blind.
That's all Mom ever said.
So, and these are
No
the
many
pictures.
stories about them. I didn't hear many
Yeah.
things about them.
But
Mom said he was a mathematician. He was lots of numbers in his head. He could divide, add, subtract. He was very smart.
I used to hear that he was drinking a lot. Alcohol.
So these are the two pictures that our mom always had on her dresser in her bedroom of them.
Yeah, that's my father had a picture of.
Yeah, these pictures were always on her dresser in her bedroom.
I've heard that she dead in Nahia. She was living with somebody, here in Nahia. That's what I heard.
And she was born in Algiers, is that right?
Algiers?
Isn't that what you guys told us?
That's what we heard last time we were here.
No, I don't think so. Who said this?
I think it was Sigli.
No, she's Moroccan now. No way. I've never heard that cigarette, no.
Yeah.
I don't think cigarette said
We
that.
couldn't make that up.
Who did she live with here?
שהסבתא נולדה באלג'יריה.
Who did she live with here when she came here?
I've heard that she met somebody. She was free.
Yeah.
She lived with it. Yeah. And she left gold. Claudette, to Claudette. We wasn't with the we didn't see her, we didn't talk to her, touch. We wasn't in touch with her, but with Claudette probably yes.
And what year?
She left her gold. Yeah, wings.
What year do you think she died?
Oh, we remember when she died.
You know, I
Because
don't
we
know.
got a phone call
I
from
was in
Jeanette.
college.
It was in the 80s,
Yep, early.
early 80s.
82 or so.
We got a phone call when she died.
Mom always
In Israel, we eat with hands, no plates,
Alright,
not nothing. Free. It's no Europe.
Not New York.
Okay?
And you've been in Alright.
Not Europe. I was in England. I
I'm gonna
would
just take this, I'll give you this one.
Oh, yeah. We're sitting like this, and if we don't care about our meat.
She said, she asked me, Sigrid likes this, but
Yeah,
I said
same.
exactly.
Yeah.
Same, you too. If we single it here, oh.
So here, let us show you this one.
Wow,
because
what a
both of our
picture,
dads are
my
in this
goodness.
picture. So Shannon, show her this, please. So
That-
this is the town basketball team in the little town that we grew up and that our dads grew up. And Albert, our dad, is this guy right here.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Orny, who is Etoile's husband, is this guy up here.
Wow.
So they were on the baseball team
We
together.
can't write in
Yes, you
Shabbat,
can.
but
That's your book.
That's your
You can
book.
write
But the
anything
Vincent
you
was
want.
the-
They can't because it's Shabbat.
You don't buy a paint in Shabbat.
Shannon can write it for you.
No, it's
That's
forbidden.
forbidden too? Oh, okay.
She's not, she's Jewish. It's all of you. Sorry, all of you.
Sorry. Joke's on you.
I can't tell anybody to do it.
Sharon's not.
Your boots is.
You are now.
Okay, and so the next picture is the basketball team. Let's turn the page. And let me tell you the next one. So the next one, this is the town basketball team.
Wow.
And this is our family. So this is our grandfather, the German grandfather. And the next picture is our uncle. Is our
Saba
father.
Germany.
This is our father.
Yeah.
And all of the next boys are all of our uncles.
Brothers. All brothers.
They were all the brothers. They were
Wow.
the town, but these are all the Hauff boys.
Really? The whole team?
The whole team.
That's awesome.
So it's our grandfather, our father, and all of our uncles.
That picture's in the entrance of the Big Y
I've
Cafe.
seen it. Actually, I have my Monica took
And
a
then
picture of one of them.
this was in the newspaper. This picture. This was our mother. This is Alice.
Really?
And let me just read
Was
this
there
what
a
it
fight?
says. It says
One second, תראו, זה אליס.
it says
אליס,
war
אחות של
bride
סבא. אחות של אבא, של סבא.
in the
אבא, סבא.
in the newspaper. It says war bride Alice Esther Hauff from Peshastin studies. I can't read this. Read it.
It's so pretty.
Alice worked hard to be part of, that up there. War Bride Alice Esther Hauff Peshastin checked some last-minute facts before her naturalization examination. Attractive Mrs. Hauff came from Casablanca.
So she was studying to become a U.S. citizen. And so they put that picture in the newspaper
Wow.
before she took her test.
Wow.
And then, so this next picture is our parents, and then the little boy is Randy. And this is the day that their parents, that Gail and Kay's parents got married. So that's this picture is the day that their parents
You know
got
what?
married.
Why I'm sad? Because my father didn't.
Yeah, we're sad too.
We would like to have met him.
Yeah. So this was in our grandparents' front yard. The German grandparents. The wedding was in their front yard.
You speak German?
I don't. Do you?
Very good.
You must leave now.
No, I'm joking.
This was the German family right here on the
I
next
don't care.
page.
German.
On the next page was the German family.
Wow.
And our father was the baby in that picture. And then this picture, this is Etoile.
Etoile?
Etoile, their mother.
Such a Moroccan girl.
Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful. Like
Moroccan.
They say Moroccan are strong, brave women. And it makes sense because they came to America by themselves.
Chel,
young.
do you know, I was trying to write you, do you know that when the Holocaust almost finished, it never finished, but almost, you know the Jews, they didn't have a country, yeah? You know all this.
Right.
And all the Jews here in Israel, they are from Morocco, from Iraq, from Europe.
Right.
You know it, yeah? So that's what happened. So your parents, instead of come to Israel, because they got married to Americans, they left to America. But most of Jewish people come to Israel. But also many Jews didn't come to Israel, still live abroad, okay? Still living, they go to America, still they, like Janet in France. That's what happened.
Right. If Mom wouldn't have been called by Alice, she would be in Israel probably.
That's the story. If she wouldn't meet your father, so she will come here, and you wouldn't be American. That's the story. How do you feel about that? It's not very complicated. You
My mom screwed us up.
No, I like Americans. It's best. It's very good. I'm happy that Americans.
But you want Clark to live in Israel and Luke to live in Israel.
She's trying to get us all
Josh
here.
and Shannon.
Yeah. But I'm happy that she met American and not something else.
Yeah.
That's good. We like the Americans, brothers, so no problem. That's the story.
Okay.
There's so many stories here by the Jews here in Israel that the brothers,
Separated.
separated. On the TV once a week, there is a show that how they trying to connect. Yeah,
I wondered
until
how they
now,
did that.
because we was everybody was somewhere else.
Right. Right.
In Israel, there is we have the many kind of food, because if I come from Morocco, we used to cook as Moroccan way. If you come from Iraq, Iraq way. Americans, whatever. So here in Israel, you taste many kind of food. Yeah.
Lots of it.
Yeah.
Josh should be a natural here.
Yeah, he'd be right at home.
Does your family eat kosher? Do you eat kosher?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm just curious.
No,
Just learning. We're just learning about us.
In Israel, most 80% eat kosher. There is 20% they don't care.
80% eat kosher?
80% eat kosher. There's not 20, maybe 30% that they don't care. They are like they don't believe in nothing. But most shops, all shops, no, most shops, kosher. If you go here to buy things to eat, it's kosher. Maybe you will have one shop with Russian, that it's not kosher. But nobody, I think it's empty, only the Russians.
Or the Americans.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. They're really like very special people go there to buy, but like Saturday now, you know the road's empty. It's because it's Saturday, we're resting. And it's really rest. I mean, it's not because I'm Jewish, but it's rest. We don't go, we don't walk, we don't see TV, we don't touch a telephone, nothing. It's good. Why I like it, it's not because I am Jewish. I don't care, I'm Jewish, Christian, I love everybody. But it's rest for the mind. Like she's all the day, if now there is computer, all the day in computer. No computer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So it's good for like, I don't know, to sleep, to read, to do things.
play games. You can play
After I left
games.
last time, you sent me candles to pray. The women pray for their children.
I
on
hope you
Friday.
use it.
Yes, I have them in my, and I do that.
Really?
But I was wanting to tell them the tradition of that.
I just meant
Other games.
Yeah.
Jewish tradition.
I'm telling you, you must. Wow, I don't believe that. You don't know.
She's still trying to go.
We don't believe it. We don't know. Yeah, it's a big
She's still
secret.
got the book.
It's not secret. All of us live like this. I don't. In Shabbat, we must, the girls, we must light 2 candles.
This is you too,
And we pray that we pray. Well, it's English. It's Hebrew. Every Saturday before the dark arriving, we light 2 candles. The woman, okay, on Saturday, and we make kiddush. Kiddush, it's you know what is it?
No.
Oh no, I'm going to bring to show you. Okay, I'll show you. And if you want to know, I don't.
We'd like to know.
Yeah, we'd like.
Yes.
You must.
Love to know.
That's what. If Luke will tell me that 2 days before that you come to me, I wish we could make a Friday evening together. So we make kiddush and eat.
Oh.
Okay, and then I will show you exactly how it is.
Oh, that's the prayer on Friday.
That's the
evening,
prayer
5
we did
o'clock.
last night.
Yeah. Luke told me, and I'm very happy that you are here, but he told me yesterday that you coming to
Today.
day before, and the meal is with food and really. But okay, next time, next year. Yeah, next year.
Okay, next trip.
I'm sure you turn
You can do it when you come to America.
Yeah.
So